LPGA title.
Hae-ran Ryu was born in Seoul, South Korea on March 23, 2001.
You now off the tee, anxiously looking a little bit up that right side. That'll be just fine. 7 birdies here.
Playing with Stacey Lewis, as you may have seen there, as we go back to the 11.
Yeah, Hae-ran Ryu now her second shot.
153 for you. Again, front pin today on that left side, just tucked over that bunker, just 5 paces off the left side.
All right, got a pin high there. That's a nice shot. Love her golf swing. Morgan spoke about that earlier in the week, just how solid it is. She's got
for her first birdie of the day.
Gave her a 4-shot advantage and hit on you. Just trying to keep pace. Tee at 6.
Her ball striking has been flawless. Has hit every single green. Finally here on 6, getting a putt to drop.
You now this for birdie's got a pin high here, Amy.
Yeah, about 20 feet putting across this green. It's going to move a little bit to her left, slightly downhill, breaking towards the front of this putting surface. And talking with her team, this has been the difference maker for this week, just getting more of these longer putts to drop. She finished 5th last week at the Amundi Evian Championship, but finding a little bit of a spark here on the greens this week.
You know, Morgan, I was listening to some of the players. The whole location's been cut over here. He said we should figure out this read by now. It doesn't break as much, but for some reason, this portion of the green's been tough to read for these players.
Yeah, I'm surprised the whole location has been somewhat similar. Almost all 4 days here on 11 have not opted really to use the back hole location on the left side or anything down on that bottom shelf on the right.
Kind of sneaks by about 3.5 feet. So she'll have that left for par.
Within striking distance of Wanasayan.
Yeah, she made a nice putt the last hole. You can't really, I'm not saying, don't want to make any mistakes this late in the game. The way Wanasayan's been playing, she's not going to make a whole lot. At least she doesn't appear to make too many mistakes. Ball striking was phenomenal on the range. Yeah, nice putt. Now head over to 12 green, just a short little walk. That's what I love about this golf course. You walk off the greens, maybe 30 yards, you're right on the next tee. So
You don't like the long walks?
no, I don't like long walks, even in the morning.
The faintest hopes alive as we go back to the tee and hit on you.
You on the tee at this par 4, 400 yards today, the longest it's played so far this week. Want to get something up the left side, away from the trees down the right.
Two very different rookie seasons, both won, Morgan, but Hae-ran was great from start to finish. It was Shinetti who
Back to 12.
and Hae-ran Ryu second.
One of the few times we've seen you be the last to play. Usually the want to say it so long in this group. You has 127 to the pin.
Just like a beautiful 3/4 controlled shot. Trying to hit a little bit of a fade in there like she likes to hit. Fabulous.
A prodigy in Korea, won as an
Morning, I noticed as she was yesterday trying to finish, which would make some sense with the injury.
All right, back at the 12th, and with Wanasayan in there closer, this becomes a bigger putt, does it not, for Hae-ran Ryu?
Absolutely, it would be great for her to see this one roll in. She's gotten quite a few of these to drop around here yesterday. About 20 feet for you. Again, with this whole location in the back and the highest portion of this green, this also an uphill putt. May break a little bit to her left. Again, everything kind of slopes away on the left portion of the screen, runs away down towards a creek which borders this putting surface.
Not sure if we're quite to match play yet, but that was a big one, wasn't it?
Definitely have to keep putting pressure on Shinete. And that was a beautiful stroke.
You've talked about the work going into Sunday at the Scandinavian Mix. She got some help from the leader that day.
Exactly. Right. He was on the tee here at 13, less than driver. Oops. Nestles down good with that location. Hae-ran Ryu's second shot. How's the lie here, Amy?
It's sitting up. It's actually on a part of the grass. It's actually laying down, so it's kind of sitting on top of that. She does have a decent angle to this pin location that's over in the left side, just tucked over that front greenside bunker. 125 yards for you.
Yeah, this is not going her way here. And this one of the easiest holes on this golf course. Gonna have to launch this really high to get this to stop close to this flag stick.
Something like that. That's not going to hold, though.
It's an impossible shot coming out of the rough with that tight hole location. Everything's sloping away from the backside of that bunker.
Hae-ran Ryu, now this for birdie, just 3 back. Sam's in trouble, has a long putt for par. Makes this. They've changed since the turn. They've changed a little bit. They've changed dramatically. Oh, wow, what a good putt.
How did that not go in,
I
Jim?
don't know, it
That
has
was
to go.
Back at 14 and 2 back. Now Hae-ran Ryu.
Hae-ran is currently
Next
ranked
to play again,
22
the
on the
wind
Rolex
hasn't
ranking.
picked up here, still quite calm.
should suit her eye. Look at this little baby fade. Loves this shot. Good shot.
What about that land here yesterday? Lead ball striker.
She's 6th on tour in proximity from this distance. And that is an excellent play.
Veteran players, I guess that's me, for a little bit of help, and it was a lot of fun getting to know Hae-ran and just watching her up close. Also, sitting in this position, the first time I watched her hit balls.
Just a little bounce can take you one way or the other. We've seen how that's kind of spoken to the shift in momentum for these two players over the course of these last few holes as well. Just sometimes getting a better break than your playing competitor.
Yeah, we watched Morgan Lynn Grant not get that break and ends up walking off with par. But as you mentioned earlier, you've got to have those breaks to win. And that's when you look back at, hey, where did I get a little bit fortunate? And players are always saying, I could have made this putt, could have made that putt. And we forget sometimes about the good breaks. But if neither one of those players go on to win, which it looks like one of them will, was a break big for their victory.
This putt from long range for you. She's going to be putting across this green. Green breaking away towards the front portion of this putting surface to her left.
Aggressive roll here.
Did not see that. That's a good 8 feet by.
And after all that conversation, they're in virtually identical situations now. How about that? Don't you love this game?
Yeah, Suchia laid up, and not only this, but look how hard she just. It never slowed down. It just had so much speed. I rolled a few balls earlier, but that was it.
The big putt in here in this moment, that puts all the pressure back on Hae-ran. We talk about, is it match play? First in could put a lot of pressure on your opponent, whether it's match play or stroke play.
Yeah, these putts right here, these left to righters, these are the tricky ones. If you just don't quite get the speed and line up, if you've hit the putt 8, 10 feet by, Amy.
Yeah, this is well past the hole, about 8 feet by, as you mentioned. So she'll have this one coming back now with all that pressure. After seeing, want to say, roll hers in, see if she can match her.
Just a little bit of a sliding putt, maybe left edge if she has the speed. Oh, wow. Big time putt. That's what you want to do. That's what we want to see. Still a one-shot lead. It was 3 unlikely different birdies, but nonetheless, 3 birdies.
And a way to bounce back from that bogey there, as we see on the card on 16. But similar, but the opposite of what happened, what we saw on 12 earlier today, where Hae-ran made the birdie putt first. Shanette dropped it in on top of her. Opposite here.
big time putt. That's what you want to do. That's what we want to see.
Then Lynn Grant just had. That's an opening for Hae-ran. She may not know that that is through the fairway. And Hae-ran also going with a driver.
Just have to be so accurate with this tee shot. We've got bunkers on the right and left side of this landing area.
Biggest issue of this is if this takes a firm bounce.
And it's closing par 5s back-to-back 17 and 18. And the 18th has not been too kind to many players, as we just saw with Lynn Grant and a few other victims before it. So a little bit more time is needed to navigate these 2 par 5s coming home. This from 231 for you.
Some stretching as well. I saw her bend over, put her hands on her knees a couple times, just waiting.
She won the Korean Women's Amateur Championship in 2018.
I don't think that's a bad leave, depending on the lie, maybe slightly on the Hae-ran's lie, Amy.
Yeah, hers definitely is a lot thicker than what Wanna Say and dealt with, and a little trickier, a lot less green to work with. She's only got about 4 paces on from this back area of the green to where the pin is.
Looks like she's on a slight bit of an upslope.
She is.
That's going to be very helpful for her here and able to get this up quickly and to stop. I believe she was in the other bunker yesterday. It might have been the same bunker. And didn't hit a very good bunker shot. This is one of the weaker parts of her game.
There's a group of Thai golfers waiting to see what the fellow countrywoman can do. Oh, that tagged the flagstick, didn't it?
Wow. It did, and it needed to, because that did not have a lot of spin on it. And that was going to be quite a ways past the flagstick if that didn't catch part of the hole here. Let's take another look. Let's see exactly what happened here. Oh, yes. Caught a lot of the hole, and unfortunate that it didn't go in, but I would say got more lucky than unlucky there with that stopping. Paid off all week long, hunting flag sticks. And what a putt. What a putt to cap it off. I can't stop thinking about how different this victory was from our victory in Portland last year. Had the lead all day long and hung tough. Even nearly losing a 5-shot lead. But Hae-ran Ryu put up a tough fight.
Came into the field as the strongest golfer on paper.
But Hae-ran Ryu put up a tough fight.
Came into the field as the strongest golfer on paper and proved to be one of the strongest on grass. Finishing the week at 19 under, nearly got the hole out bunker shot there.